Hello, everyone. Welcome to WIC Inspire 2022 Cloud Business Mastery with Hyperscalers. We are so thrilled to have all of you join us today. My name is Sonia Dara, and I'm the MC for today. I serve as a Chief of Staff at Microsoft on our Surface hardware business, and I'm also a new advisory board member for Women in Cloud. I'm very excited. This is my first ever WIC event. We've got a super exciting and jam-packed agenda for today, as you can see on the screen. Signature events like this one are a very important part of the Women in Cloud ecosystem. They are designed for female tech founders, Fortune 1000 executives, and their teams to build successful co-sell partnerships with hyperscalers and also increase profitability for their businesses. Women in Cloud focuses on making that easy for you, your business, by creating access to opportunities, connections, and providing learning moments. Like today, that's exactly what we're doing here today. And as I mentioned, this is my first signature event with WIC. And I think today is going to be incredible. And as you can see in the chat, I want to hear, is this also your first WIC signature event? Or maybe you've been to a few before this? Let us know. Drop it in the chat, as you can see on the right hand of the screen. So moving on behalf of Women in Cloud, we would all like to extend a huge thank you to Kyndryl as a strategic partner of WIC and for sponsoring this event. We would also like to thank all of the WIC sponsors for your participation and commitment to creating $1 billion in economic access. And as I mentioned before, engagement, we really want to see it. So type things into the chat, react with the emojis that you'll see along the bottom, connect with others as you saw in the roundtables when you're coming in, and also share it on social media. We have 3 hashtags you can use down there: Women in Cloud, She Soars, and WIC X Inspire 2022. Make sure you share it with all your friends and share everything that you've learned today. So we have so many incredible people joining us today, and I've seen across the world that we have people joining us. But the first question we really want to ask and what we want to know is, what inspires you? In these times, we need to find our own inspiration to really keep us motivated, especially with all the hardships going on in the world. So Women in Cloud was running a What Inspires You photo booth initiative, where we'd love to see you submit photos of what inspires you. It could be personal stuff. It could be professional. There's a link in the chat that I know Ferranda's going to drop in for you to submit your own photo, and we'll go through them. But if you can do it by the end of today, you'll also be entered in for a chance to win a $25 gift card. So we have a couple of photos I think folks have submitted in advance. We'll take a look at them. Oh, I love these. She's adorable. It looks like we have some inspiration coming from family, some personal achievements, some inspirational speakers as well that people have gotten to attend. We got art in there. It looks like a great quote. I love it. So use that link that Ferranda just dropped in. Drop in your, what inspires you. Like I said, it could be from family, personal, or from work. We would love to see it. So make sure you drop that in as well. Okay, so up next, we have someone who many of you already know, and she's the reason why we're all here today. I'm super honored to introduce Chaitra Vedullapalli, the president and co-founder of Women in Cloud. She is a curious tech entrepreneur, loves to curate people and ideas to create massive economic access for all. She's an author, an in-demand speaker, and change leader. She's helping drive conversations about digital transformation and women in tech at the United Nations and among top corporations. Some of her highlights, well, she has many, but just a few to choose from. She was recognized in Forbes 1000 Next Entrepreneur Edition. She's spoken at multiple TED conferences, and she's the most sought out cloud computing industry leader who helps corporations transform their co-sell marketing and ESG efforts. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Chaitra Vedullapalli to the stage.
Thank you, Sonia. So excited to be here with you. So excited. And welcome.
Thanks. Thank you for inviting me to be part of WIC Inspire. It's been awesome.
Absolutely.
We had a couple of questions just to kick things off. Chaitra, you talk about economic access. Why should we all here today care about economic access?
Sonia, what a wonderful question. That's exciting. First, I'm so excited to have you on the Women in Cloud Board of Advisors. So I admire you so much. So excited here. So every one of you who are here, show your love through emojis, how wonderful you are doing. So this is your gift. You do a fantastic job in moderating. Now, coming to the question, well, when I was growing up in India, I always saw that women around me, whether it's my mother, it's my grandmothers, or my aunts, used to always ask money from their husbands, brothers, and dads, which I really did not like it. I really didn't understand why they used to ask for money, right? And I did not know why that was, that was something I did not like it. But once they got the money, they also got lectures about how to save money and then save more. And what I saw was they didn't have access and they lost control of what they could do. So my dad's mom, my grandma, she lost her husband very early. And she took care of 8 children and raised strong daughters. And I used to spend a lot of time with her. And I was so inspired with her boldness because it was in 60s and 70s where she was raising, 8 kids on her own. And I used to ask her what is one advice you will give me and all the girls around us? And she always used to say, never ask for money from anyone. You lose your identity. Figure out a way to have control over your freedom and choices and decision. So economic access changes the life and also the game of life for you. So that was a pivotal moment growing up early and really the best advice I've ever got. So don't you think I'm lucky to have a grandma who was so strong, who was a rock star?
Yeah. Did we both say rock star? I think we did. Yeah. She sounds incredible.
Money and yeah, that's probably the early in my life that kind of.
Awesome.
Sonia, can you hear me?
I apologize. I don't
Perfect.
know if it was my audio and my connection or if it's Chaitra. Okay, great.
You're fine. You're fine.
It might be me. As long as you can hear me. Okay. Hopefully everyone can still hear and see Chaitra, but we'll continue with a few more questions. We talked about the photo challenge a little bit earlier today and about what inspires you. And I think the question is right there. We'd love to learn from you, Chaitra, besides this amazing rock star grandmother of yours, but what inspires you, Chaitra?
Cool. Inspiration comes from me in many ways. I basically get inspired with people who take effort to create beautiful masterpieces, whether it's arts or anything creative, or become a better version of themselves, or build $1 million business. They get me very inspired. The reason why is the blueprints and the mental models that they create that tickles my mind, and I get very inspired. I'm like, how did they do it? What was the inspiration? What was the grind that they had to go? So when I think about it, I'm very blessed to have a family, an amazing family, team, my community and friends who really inspire me every day because each of you stretch me to think bigger and bolder. So I feel very inspired to be bold, courageous, so I can create the access for you. So I hope you all feel the economic access that we are creating for you on scale, which was not possible 4 years ago. So that's kind of my inspiration moment. And I want to ask everybody, by the way, did you get a chance to participate in the photo challenge? I really want to see what inspires you so we can have fun learning from each other.
Yeah, and there's also a gift card as well. So everyone should make sure they submit a photo. Chaitra, do you mind telling our attendees what they can expect from all of today's sessions?
Oh, it's going to be so cool. The Week Inspire is special. It's really focused on business building for tech founders and service providers who are building a co-sell solution in partnership with hyperscalers. We are probably the only community who does that, which is focus a lot on co-sell partnership. And we really have created a community which creates infinite access to resources, experts, and partnerships to build a $1 million business in the $7 trillion market. So for today's keynote, which is, I'm so jazzed, it's about leading strategic partnership with hyperscalers. It's presented by Jacqueline Woods. So she's the EVP and CMO at Teradata. Why it's so special is because I worked with her at Oracle, where my career trajectory was completely transformed, and it changed the trajectory of my mindset. She was bold, courageous. I really call her the legend in the tech industry. If you don't know her, you need to know her. So I really take a privilege to call her as my friend, sponsor, and a trusted advisor. So I want all of you to pay attention to what she has to say, because it'll change your way you think. The second one is the CXO panel, which is led by Sharon Hildebrand. That is a fire session on co-sell marketing with the hyperscalers. The panelists are amazing. So you get to hear from Google, you get to hear from Microsoft, you get to hear from how they're all coming together. The third is the boot camp, which is immersive. We want you to know how to secure your co-sell marketing dollars. What does it take? What kind of content you need to have? And this was a well-kept secret in the industry. So it took us 3 years to unlock the secret, and you get to learn today. This is the first time you get to have access to that content. So Christine Puccio and I, we will lead that session. So I want you to be there. The awards, the Empower Her Awards, absolutely my favorite. So it's so cool to see all the amazing leaders who are creating access for all of you. So I want you to stay here. Finally, the roundtables. If you have come to the previous Women in Cloud, these business advisory tables focuses on business, technology, also sales, and you have to meet all these leaders who have given time to help you become a co-sell ready company. And the last one is don't miss out. We have some short breaks with Zumba, and we're also doing the first Golden Influencer NFT collection for all of you. The first collection from Women in Cloud as we transform the community to be 3.0.
I love it. So many things to look forward to for everyone. I know the next couple of hours will be incredible, jam-packed. Speaking of incredible, Wick is participating at Microsoft Inspire also next week. That's pretty monumental. Can you share a little bit more about that with the audience?
Yes.
To understand how big a deal that is.
Thanks, Sonia. And I think most of them don't really understand why Wick Inspire, what is the most important and why it's monumental. The reason why is this is the thing that happens in the tech industry, and Microsoft inspires or activates a market signal where the tech companies are investing the time and energy, and where the hyperscalers are putting their big bets. So it's a very important for all the tech companies to know, so they can build their co-sell business plan with them. Once Microsoft does it, then you see Google and Amazon and IBM and all others follow that. But there's some signals that happen in the market and the big bets. So that is important for all of you. If you're building a tech business, you need to be part of the channel. So what we are doing is multiple things. So we are participating and hosting and running 3 sessions. We are also being spotlighted for the work around India for establishing Center of Excellence, really graduating a lot of girls to really get into the tech industry. And also we get to meet some execs who want to hear from us so that they can figure out what do we need to do for women who are represented at 2% in tech building. How can we get them to 10, to 20, to 30%? So we can create an inclusive digital economy. So what I ask all of you is join the WIC delegation on the digital network for Microsoft Inspire. What we are going to do is make everything accessible with the sessions you must attend, what you need to look for, and who you need to follow. So that is how you actually grow together. And that's how the most successful companies do here.
Love it. Amazing. Okay, so last question for you. Kyndryl is sponsoring the event, this event, which is very exciting. Love to know why them and what does that really mean for WIC and for Kyndryl and for everyone here?
Oh, this is so exciting. Kyndryl wants to partner, and we wanted to partner with that. That was like a perfect, I would say, strategic partnership. What is cool about Kyndryl that everyone wants, what I want every one of you to know is that they build and design, manage, and modernize mission critical technology systems that the world depends on every day. So they're a Fortune 100 company. They embed inclusion, diversity, and equity in every aspect of the business. They believe in economic access for women in the tech industry. They believe in community engagement and advocacy. So they were like a perfect partner for us. And Sheetal Rishi, who was our executive sponsor at Kyndryl, she leads the cloud engineering and also the enterprise women Kin chair. My best friend raves about her leadership, and she says she is golden. You have to partner with her. So I'm so excited Sheetal is here with us, so she can tell more about Kyndryl than I can. So let's have her on the stage, and you can ask her more questions.
Hello.
Hi,
Thank you
Sheetal.
for having me. Hello.
Hello.
Amazing. All right, Sheetal, if you don't mind, if you can tell us a little bit more about Kyndryl for the audience to just catch them a little bit more up to speed.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, you guys are doing such an amazing job. Chaitra, I've been participating in Women in Cloud initiatives that you've been leading for the last couple of years, I think. And the impact you are creating and the work you are driving is absolutely unmatched, is what I want to say. And I'm so glad as Kyndryl have the opportunity to share the stage with you and really be an active participant than being an observer from the outside. So thanks for the opportunity. And welcome. And thank you for welcoming us. And actually, it's fun to also share the stage with you, Sonia, given it's your debut moment, I guess.
I know, it's super exciting.
Something similar, yep. So Kyndryl, as you said, we're an offspin of IBM, and I'm sure many have heard about IBM. What we focus on, we're about a 90,000 people organization servicing about 4,500 different enterprises across the globe. It's an absolute honor. And I think now we're even more privileged because we have the opportunity to work with non-IBM tech in an independent fashion. So based on what your needs are, we as Kyndryls across the globe have the ability to come and work with you, partner with you, and help you succeed in your business technological transformation journey, irrespective of which hyperscaler you pick up, if you will. So we have major announcements of partnerships, working very closely with our friends at Microsoft, Amazon, Google specifically. And that's part of the job that I do. My day job at Kyndryl actually is to progress our mission, working with the 3 hyperscalers to help our clients in the whole process.
Awesome. Wonderful. Sheetal has the same question as I asked Chaitra before. We would love to learn what inspires you.
I was thinking about that question. I think there are a lot of things that inspired, especially in the COVID times where the whole world really turned upside down. And there are so many new norms that are coming up. I think similar to Chaitra as well, I'm also getting inspired. Not that I wasn't inspired, but I think I probably did not notice previously because everything was normal and going steady. But I think people who have sort of been hit, especially through losses, financial losses, loss of personal life, and the way they're all coming back together and helping each other out even more than what we were probably doing is very gratifying and also inspiring me the most. It inspires me to give back to the community as well and be able to share the advantages or the privileges some of us end up having, either in professional world or in personal situations. The ability to give back is what is sort of inspiring me personally, my own journey in the both professional and personal life.
I love that. That's a great answer. So we had some additional questions. One was, tell us a little bit more about the partnership with WIC and what that means to you and for Kyndryl and what you're most excited for today as an outcome.
Let's see, as Kyndryl is a startup, right? There is the good news is there's a lot of freedom, a lot of motivation to try out different things. And one of the things that I'm personally passionate about is, apart from cloud, that's my tech side, but promoting diversity in the technology space, especially led by cloud and with hyperscalers, is a personal thing of motivation. And the ability to partner with the fantastic community that Chaitra and team have built, I think is a perfect place for us to elevate our journey together. The more forces that we can combine together, not only in creating opportunities, but also connecting thinkers and doers and creating this networking So not everybody needs to really start from the get-go, start from ground zero, if you will. I think is the most exciting part, ability to lend our hand, learn from each other, and progress technology together, so it becomes tech for all and not tech for few or tech for more, a few privileged ones, if you will, is the most exciting factor of partnering with Chaitra at WIC and the team.
Amazing. One final question was if you have any words of wisdom for women tech founders as they're building their businesses. We're starting to touch upon this. Any like final thoughts and words of wisdom you'd want to share with folks, and then Chaitra also, if you have any additional bits you want to add there.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to say there's a lot of change going on. There's a technological Olympics, I like to call it. It's humanly impossible to know everything and stay on top of everything. So it's okay to be late. I think there's a popular book that some of you might have read, Thank You for Being Late, is one of my inspirations here. But I do really encourage all the technological startups, people, there will be pitfalls. Don't expect the success to start flowing in from day one. It is hard work. I think this whole instant gratification is not really real. So stay resilient, and learn from each other. Don't hesitate to ask for help. And if you fall, which I hope nobody does, but if you do, then don't be shy of coming back up even more stronger and powerful. Don't be shy of making mistakes. And especially women, I've found, including myself, we have a tendency of imposter syndrome. So don't let that ruin your successes. Once you achieve, or as you achieve, be vocal, share your experiences, and make sure you're very collaborating and upcoming about what you're doing.
Well said, Sheetal. Very well said. And I think I have very few words. Is your contribution matters. Don't stop. Like, have fun, engage, connect, and take action. Don't take lightly the privilege and access and the space that has been created for you in the tech industry. Go for it. Take action every single day, and we are here for you.